Hello and welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing the top 20 metal songs of the 2000s. Now this was ridiculously hard. I missed off so many bands, I've missed off so many songs because the 2000s had an abundant amount of amazing metal tracks. And it's too hard to get all of them onto just 20. Yeah, I'm not going to list all the honourable mentions. The list will be longer than the new It movie. No one wants that. No one wants that. So yeah, you guys liked the top 20 of the 2010s and I enjoyed making it. It was a fun video to do. So today we're doing top 20 of the 2000s. A lot of big names here. So let's get started with number 20. Now number 20, which might annoy people because it's so low down, but there's just too many good songs that came out. And it's personal preference, you know, personal preference. Number 20 is Duality by Slipknot. One of my favourite Slipknot songs. You know, it's iconic. I push my fingers into my eyes. Come on. The music video where everyone's going mental in the house, breaking everything. Even the kids' version that they did on YouTube, amazing. Love all the renditions of this song. Love the song to bits, and it is an iconic song from the 2000s. You have to admit. You could put Psychosocial. I think that was like 2009, possibly. If not, correct me in the comments, I know you will. But I think Duality is the epitome of Slipknot. It's intense, it's catchy, and it's fun. Intense, catchy, and fun. And it is a big song, so, you know, it's making it onto my list. But because I prefer a lot of other songs, it's only going to be number 20. Number 19, we're going with the Mighty Behemoth. Again, they was, spoiler alert, they was number 1 on the 2010s, and they're making it again on the 2000s. Quite lower down compared to the other song, but I still love this song. Slave Shall Serve. What an intense song live. It just blows your brains out the back of your head. It's like as soon as they start playing it and he starts doing that. And it's just like, what is he doing? Nurgle's a madman. And it just melts your brain. This is a brain melter song, and if you've never heard it, go listen to it right now, max volume. And you can't go wrong. Slave Shall Serve. Number 18, another big song from the 2000s, and it's still big today, and that's Rammstein. Rammstein. With Bang Bang, Bang Bang, Firefly. You know, come on, it's a classic. It's a staple live, with all the pyrotechnics and crazy shit they do. It has to be onto the list. It's an amazing song, I still love it. Even though I wasn't a big fan of the new one, but the older stuff's still fantastic, and Firefly is an amazing song. Deserves to be on the top 20 of the 2000s, and it is. Number 17, we're going with one of my favourite bands, Blind Guardian, because A Night at the Opera came out in the 2000s. It felt like it came out in the 90s, and then there was Silence, an epic song by Blind Guardian, one of my favourites. It's long, it's progressive, it has all these intricacies in, and his singing is out of this world. Amazing song, one of my favourites, and that's why it's making it onto the list. Number 16, we have Electric Wizard with Dope Throne, revolutionised like the stoner doom kind of genre. This album is a masterpiece, still considered a masterpiece, and I'd be an idiot not to put one of the songs on the list. And you know, Dope Throne is probably my favourite off the album, and it's the one most people recognise. So Dope Throne is going on the list. Got to have some stoner doom here somewhere, and that's where it's going to be. Amazing song, can't wait to see them live at Download. There we go. Number 15 is a band I didn't think would make it, but actually did, and that's Nightwish. With the song Nemo. One of my favourite, no, not one of my favourites, is my favourite song by Nightwish, is my favourite album by Nightwish. Once is a fantastic album. Love Nemo to bits. One of my first kind of passionately loved symphonic metal songs. Probably the first one. This one just, opened the door to symphonic metal. And I've loved most of symphonic bands ever since. So yeah, kudos to Nemo. Love it to bits. Love this album. Has to make it here. Number 14, Machine Head's The Blackening, came out in the 2000s. What a revolutionary album. I can't speak. What a revolutionary album this is. And the song Aesthetics of Hate is the one I'm going to pick. I could pick Halo. That's a great song. Clenching the Fists of Dissent, another great song. But Aesthetics of Hate just has that anger, has that passion. His singing actually feels genuine because he is singing about Dimebag and how the news media kind of shat on him. And he's just so fucking angry about it. Rightfully so. And it comes across amazingly, this song. So I think it's a great fucking song and easily deserving of the list. Number 13 is one of the best death metal songs ever. One of the most catchy death metal songs I've ever heard. And it's from Bloodbath. And it's the song Eaten. So good. The way he says Eaten in this song makes you just want to cower because he's just going to eat you. The lyrics in this song are amazing. The delivery, every time he sings, is amazing. It's just a bloody amazing death metal song. One of the best death metal songs I've heard in a long time, especially newer death metal songs. Easily one of the best. So, come on. It's Eaten. It's a staple. It's amazing. It has to make it here. Number 12, we're going with The Mighty Lamb of God. Of course, they were quite big in the 2000s. A lot of good albums. The one I'm going to go with, Laid to Rest. From my favourite Lamb of God album. That's a spoiler for a future video, but I love this album. And this is probably the song that kind of made them super famous. I know before this they've had a lot, Black Label, stuff like that. Good stuff. But this album knocked them up, and the Sacrament and stuff knocked them up even more, but I love Laid to Rest. The riffs, the delivery, it has it all. Has it all, and I love it. So, yeah, number 12. Number 11, we started off with Mastodon on the last list. We got Mastodon again. This time, it's Blood and Thunder. I was going to say Ahab then, it's not. Blood and Thunder. Similar themes. Just the lyrics, just the delivery. When you see the white whale. Just harpoons thrust in the sky. Too good. Too good, that vocal delivery of that middle part. Amazing. And then let's talk about the riff. Because the riff is beyond amazing. Dun, 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 dun. Too good, too excited for this song. Because it's a masterpiece. One of the best Mastodon songs ever. Come on, it's gonna make the list. Number 10, we got Meshuggah with Bleed. It's gonna be Bleed. It's from my favourite Meshuggah album. And this song is like a trancey, heavy trip, Just the entire time, just like... That isn't even close to what it sounds like. I'm just doing stuff with my mouth. It's a great song. I can't do it justice. You have to listen to it right now. You've probably already heard it because it is a classic, but go listen to it anyway. Crank it up to 11. Crank it up to 11. Listen to it. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good time. Number 9. Now we're getting into a lot of my favourites. These, coming up are some of my favourites from this year. Probably not the best. You could put fucking Slipknot higher. You could do whatever. Lamb of God higher. Whatever. But these, for me, I love these. So, number 9, In the Shadow of Our Pale Companion by Agalog. This song has everything. It's folky, it's proggy, it has beautiful singing. The melody is amazing. It has it all. It has it all. An underrated band. Everyone should check them out. Amazing song by an amazing band. One of my favourite bands of all time. And it's going to make my list. 8, we have Catatonia. Another one of my favourite bands. You're going to see a pattern now. These are some of my favourites, but I love Catatonia. How gloomy, how dreary all the songs are, how sad it is, but it's also interesting. My Twin, from The Great Cold Distance. Probably not my favourite Catatonia album, I'll say. Still a great album, not my favourite, but this song got me into the band. This song is my first doom metal song I ever heard. Which sounds weird, because it's kind of gothic-y rather than doom, but I still class it as doom. It's, come on. But, this song. You used to be like my twin for all it's been. Was it all for nothing? Basically, those lyrics hit you hard. Those lyrics hit you hard. Song's emotional. Song's amazing. Gonna make it onto my list. Number 7, Amon Amarth, another band that kind of blew up in the 2000s. Twilight of the Thunder God. One of the most fun Amon Amarth songs. Amazing to see live. Amazing to sing along to live. Twilight of the Thunder God. Da-doom, da-doom. Come on. Come on, that chorus is easily sing-alongable. Gotta have some fun with it. Amazing song, amazing band. Big in the 2000s, still getting even bigger now. So gonna make it here. Number 6, the mighty Iron Maiden came out with some great songs. I almost put Blood Brothers here. I really wanted to put Blood Brothers here. But another song came out in the 2000s that edged it, I think, a little bit. And that's Passchendaele from Dance of Death. Album art a bit questionable, but the songs in Dance of Death are amazing. I love Dance of Death, but Passchendaele is just amazing. Just the storytelling in it. You can hear like gunshots, you can hear like the of like missiles and stuff, and then the singing comes in, the galloping drums, the galloping riffs. Has everything. It's like the Trooper song, but made good. I'm joking, the Trooper's amazing. But it's like the Trooper song, but made like proggy, longer, more interesting parts in it. Great song overall. Love Passchendaele. One of my favourite Maiden songs. And it has to make it onto this list. Come on. Top 5 now. These are going to be no surprise to a lot of my regular viewers, because a lot of them are my favourite songs of all time. But yeah, let's get started with number 5. Symphony X, The Odyssey. Odyssey is a great name for this song because the whole thing is like 24 minutes or something, and it's like an Odyssey. It's all about the Greek hero going out on his voyage, going out on his quest, and then he returns at the very end of the song, and there's a big battle, and it's great. It's great. It's a whole story. I love long songs, I love prog songs. This is a fantastic one. Best of both worlds. Amazing, amazingly, and catchy. Number 5. Number 4, Gojira. They released my favourite album from Master Sirius. Love this album. Easily my favourite. L'Enfant Sauvage is super close, but this one takes it just because the song Flying Whales, a masterpiece. Masterpiece of a song, the build-up, the whale noises, and then that riff hits, and Gojira are masters of riffs, masters of drumming. Mario is probably my favourite drummer of all time, easily. And I could pick Heaviest Metal in the Universe, I could pick Global Warming, I could pick Backbone. This album has it all, but we're going to talk about Flying Whales because that's the song I'm picking. Quintessential song for Gojira. Did I just have a stroke? Gojira. Amazing, amazing. Definitely check this one out. Now, top 3, very predictable. For me, very predictable. Number 3 is Blackwater Park by Opeth, my favourite band of all time. It's going to make it here. Surprising it's not number 1, but I do prefer Still Life, and that came, I think, 1998 or something like that. But yeah, Blackwater Park is a masterpiece song. 10 out of 10. There's acoustic parts, there's death growls, there's just the proggy Mikkel is a genius. Musicianship on this song is through the roof. Amazing, amazing. Not enough praise for the song. Beautiful, beautiful song. I'm going to not dick around it too hard because we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2, Dream Theater has to make it here. They released a couple of fantastic songs, but they released an album called Octavarium, and the song Octavarium is a masterpiece. 11 out of 10. It's sprawling, it's amazing, it's like a journey. The intro is like 4 or 5 minutes long, but it sets you up for the story ahead. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Octavarium is a masterpiece. Has to go here. But then what's number 1? What's number 1 going to be? I've had Dream Theater, I have Symphony X, I've had Opeth. What's my number 1 going to be? Number 1, the number 1 song of the 2000s is Tool with Lateralis. Come on. I haven't talked about Tool yet. You should have known it was going to be Tool. Lateralis is just something else. It kind of transcends songs into like something else, you know, some otherworldly kind of being. And the fact that the whole thing's made around the Fibonacci sequence, they are just geniuses. And the song just keeps changing, tempo keeps changing, rhythm, and just so many different time signatures in it. It's a masterpiece. Song is a masterpiece, just like Octavarium, just like some of the other songs I've talked about. But to me, it kind of encapsulates the 2000s as well. It has that kind of sound, similar to like Avenged, Bullet, all those kind of shit, but it also makes it super proggy. Takes that sound and makes it proggy. And it just, I don't know, it just has something about that. It has something about it which makes it special. Lateralis is my favourite song from the 2000s. It's a hard one. I love The Grudge, but yeah, it's a hard one. Lateralis is my favourite. I love it. Love it to bits. Love it to bits. So yeah, that was the top 20 songs of the 2000s. Obviously, I missed out a lot. I missed out Avenged. I missed out Bullet. All those other bands that came out. Kill Switch, missed out. You know, there's so many bands that I missed out. So many songs that I missed out. So, what are you going to do? Put it in the comments. Put in the comments the songs I missed. Put in the comments the songs you'd have, top 10. Songs you'd put in your lists. And what you think about mine. So yeah, hopefully you had a good time. And we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.